Hey guys, it's Adam. I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome to Do You Watch Anime, a show where I sit down with a guest every week and ask them, Do you watch anime? And we go from there. And today, joining me is voice actor in such anime as Gorilla God's Go To Girl, My Hero Academia, and Gachiakuta. Aiden Call, how's it today?
How's it going? Thank you for having me, Adam. It's awesome. Pleasure to come on the show too, and I really love what you do. So thank you for
Oh,
having me.
well, thank you. Thank you. So, do you watch anime?
It's a funny question. I used to not. Oh my gosh! And sorry, I'm getting a notification. I didn't get. I didn't do it very much
Hmm.
until kind of recently. Really, I
Okay.
would say I do now, of course, but
Okay.
it's always
Okay.
a funny story of how I got there too. But
Yeah. So
yeah,
what was your kind of first interaction with anime?
great question too. And the first kind of exposure I would say to anime for me, and I always say that this is always like it could be considered a topic of debate on if it is even anime. But I kind of started with like Teen Titans, like the old
Okay.
Teen
Yeah, yeah,
Titans
yeah.
show on Cartoon Network and stuff, which I
Mhm.
watched a little bit as a kid, but I didn't really get into it until like middle school, which I'm
Mhm.
still a kid, but
Yeah.
it wasn't airing on Cartoon Network by the time I was in like middle school or
Mhm.
anything had already gone off the air. But that just I don't know something about it. I had like a moment in middle school where I turned kind of from Marvel to DC and stuff, and Teen Titans really helped facilitate that. I just loved the dynamic. I love the characters; they're all cool. I loved
Mhm.
Robin. It's very awesome
Yeah.
and that unique style too of it. Some people would say like Teen Titans is not really anime, but I feel like it can't be really argued. Oh my gosh! Okay, I don't know if you keep hearing these.
Okay.
I put my thing on Do Not Disturb, so I
Of
don't know
course.
why it keeps coming up, but literally on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, that would be Rochelle May texting me too
Of
if
course.
anyone's
Yeah.
curious. Yeah. 'Cause she's the only person I don't have on the Do Not Disturb. Her texts come through, of course, but anyway, so yeah, it can't really be. I think you can't really argue against the fact that the style is very much inspired by anime, even if you don't consider it really an anime
Mhm.
too. So, but I
Yeah.
love that show too, and the other one is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
I just really love that show. I fell in love with the world too. Of
Mhm.
course, what kid doesn't want to have like elemental power, shoot fireballs
Oh
out of their
yeah.
hands, or manipulate water? I know every time I go swimming or in the pool, even still to this day, I'm in the water like, whoosh, whoosh, you know what
Yep.
I mean?
Yeah, I get that. When I was a kid, I was like, "Yeah, I want to be firebender," and then
Yes.
as I watched it as an adult, like fully, I was like, "I want to be an earthbender. That's so cool." Uh, being firebender would be terrifying.
Yes, and I did another podcast with Nighttime at the Nerd Bar too, and they asked
Mhm.
me too. They're like, who would you belong to? Like, what?" I was like, "Oh, probably Fire Nation." Then I thought about it. I was like, "Is that a red flag? Like, is that bad?" And then they were like, I mean, no, maybe before the whole Fire
Yeah.
Nation, but just because I love the like, if I had to choose an elemental power, it would be
Mhm.
fire. But I
Yeah.
agree with you. Earth would, I think, be my second choice as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Just I love how
So good.
dynamic I can be with it. But
Oh yeah.
that's kind of what really got me into it too.
Mhm.
I kind of always loved the style and stuff like it. The expo like after being exposed the interest was very much there. It just kind of fell off as I grew up and stuff. I was like, eh. To me, anime was like Dragon Ball, Naruto. I didn't watch anything like that. I just thought that was like, I was like, oh man. I'm probably gonna get a lot of. I don't know what I'm gonna say if I get
No,
flagged for
no.
this, but to me, I was like, oh, people who watch that are weird. It's like I don't want to watch that. And now look at me, and I always
Yeah.
make a joke. I'm like, if younger me saw me now, he would be like, is this really you? Did you get but I
Mhm.
can't help that I
Yeah.
like it. I do enjoy it now. It's literally like that Danny DeVito meme where he's like in Zoom, he's like, "Oh my god, I get it."
Yeah.
That was me at a certain point. I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I get it now. I get it."
Mhm. What was
So,
that like? What was that point where you were like, "Okay, I like it. I get it. I understand."
which it's
For
really credit to Rochelle May. Like Rochelle and me and I are together, but
Mhm.
when I started dating her and stuff, we were just kind of like we were like, or she was into it, you know, she
Yeah.
was very into it. So I was like, oh yeah, okay, okay, sure. You know, I watch a little bit, you know, like I'm like, oh, I like Teen Titans,
Yeah.
this and that. And we started watching some of her favorites. We watched Soul Eater,
Yeah.
which is like one of her favorites, and I like it too. I think it's really cool.
Mhm.
But it just kind of opened up my mind where I was like, okay, there's a lot of great stories that I'm missing that I could be missing because I just think that, oh, this is just kind of not what I was expecting. But I mean, there are amazing stories to be had in every medium too. I feel the same way about video games too. Like some
Mhm.
people like, I don't have time to play video games. I don't like playing video games. Like you're missing so many great stories
Mhm.
that have another level of interaction because you are literally playing that character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what I love, of course, video games. But anime, like it kind of went down the same path. I was like, I get it. Like I get it. You get sucked into these worlds, and you're like, for some when you're watching the show, like for a split second, you're like, man, it would be cool to live there. Like it would be cool to live in that world and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially all like the because a lot of I guess since I made the connection to video games too, I
Mhm.
kind of just put it together in my head too. A lot of the shows like that, it's like they have their own leveling system and stuff like that. Like you know the show where they go to another world. It's literally like a video game.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of the shows are, you know what I mean? And they clearly take inspiration from like RPG elements and stuff like that, which
Mhm.
I don't know which came first, of course, but I don't think about it that hard. But I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. Like if you could level up like in real life too, like that. You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Yeah.
Or see your progress and stuff, or
Yeah.
you know whatever. There's just so many different stories and worlds to get sucked into now, and so I would say like I definitely have much more of an appreciation for it now, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, would I?
Yeah,
So it's good.
yeah. So, what has been kind of some of your favorite anime of the past couple years then?
My favorite anime of the past couple years. I said this too on Nighttime at the Nerd Bar as well. But I'm probably going to say it here too. I'm a little
Mhm.
bit biased, of course, to more so the ones that I've been in recently, of
Yeah.
course. Just because I definitely, you know, especially when you're voice acting too, you look
Mhm.
at every minute detail to try to find different things about like your character that could influence like how they're going to say this line or how they're going to respond to this character and stuff. And
Mhm.
so I just can't really help myself to delve into those worlds a little bit deeper, of course. So you know, obviously, the one that comes off the top of my head is Gachiakuta or Gachiakuta. I don't know. I've been hearing
Yeah,
so many
I've
different
literally, yeah.
pronunciations of it. I call it Gachiakuta, but I
Mhm.
also just say Gachi. You know, it helps
Yeah.
clear it up. Um, but uh, but yeah, so I love the world of Gachiakuta too. It just really
Mhm.
strikes a chord with me because it's just got such a cool and unique vibe as well. Just the art style and everything, and the manga is cool. I couldn't put it down, and it's just it's awesome. I don't know,
Yeah.
just something about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would want to live in that world, but
God, no. God, no.
that would low key
I
suck. But
die.
it's
I die.
yeah, I would probably go too. Especially too. Another thing is like you know they describe in that one the smell all the time. They're like, imagine the smell, literally a trash world. I'm like, you know, Wally, he got it. He got lucky. He doesn't have any any no nostrils or anything. But
Yeah.
in his world of trash, but in yeah, Gachiaku, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that one. But it's still, I love the concept too of giving care to an item.
Mhm.
Too, I feel like really, I low key feel a little called out by the whole premise in general, just because I feel like I am kind of like that, where I'm like, I don't want to throw anything away, like anything away, which you know they
Yeah.
call those people hoarders and stuff. So I'm not. Thankfully, I keep myself in check,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I definitely see the thing of being like, man, like I've had this forever, and a lot of times I hold on to stuff for just sentimental value. I'm like, well,
Mhm.
I've had it this long, like I can't throw it away now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But I recently moved into a new place and stuff, and
Mhm.
so that's been a big thing for me recently. And I've been kind of feeling that, like seeing the show, and then like Rudo will say stuff like, "Well, we're just gonna throw this away." I'm like, that's how I feel going through all my stuff, like all my old stuff from my
Yeah.
old place and stuff. I'm like, I need to throw some of this away because I just don't have space for it. But
Hmm.
and I don't need it to, but I want to hold on to it,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So, what was your reaction to getting cast in Gachiakuta, or however you
Yeah,
want to pronounce it?
yeah, and we call Gachi too. It's
Yeah,
all good.
Gachi. Yeah.
But my reaction was pretty wild. It was pretty well. I noticed this about myself too. I recently had this thing. It happened with this show. It happened with Gorilla God,
Hmm.
and I almost just said something else that I can't say. But just pretend
Yep.
nothing.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Anyway, but anyway, well, Gorilla God, of course, that. But it happened with that. Happened with Gachi, where I get the email, right? I like take a look, I read it, and I don't know if I could say it. Well, I'll just say this like as much as I can. Like
Yeah.
the formatting on the email is different
Hmm.
when you have a bigger role. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when they send it to you, you get a little bit more. You get a lot more information, and so when you see that, you're like, "Oh, okay." I had never gotten that before. Um, the first time I got that was with Gorilla, and so
Yeah.
when I saw that, I read it and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was just sitting there thinking like, okay, first thing I always do whenever I see it is just Google search, look up the character and stuff, or if I'm aware of the show. But for like in the case of Gorilla God, I know we're talking about Gotchi, but it plays into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in Gorilla God, I just looked it up and they were like, Louis, like, oh, he's a main. I was like, what? It's like me? And the first thought, I was like, me? And I literally, the first thing I thought, like, with this and kind of got you by extension was like this was a mistake. Like there's no
Oh
way
my
they're
god.
picking me. There's no way they're picking me for this.
Yeah.
I'm like too new into it. I'm
Hmm.
like, yeah, I've been doing it like well in January for me it'll be 2 years at Crunchyroll. I've been
Yeah.
doing voice acting for a little bit longer, but I haven't
Hmm.
been like as far as voice actors in Crunchyroll. I haven't been doing it too long. Like definitely not as long as some of the other amazing talent there and stuff.
Hmm.
And as far as other people in the show, like no way. So I'm like, it just always perplexes me. I'm like, I'm expecting to get an email that's like, "Ooh, I'm so sorry. We did not mean to send this to you," which of course would suck. But when it
Yeah.
doesn't happen, it's just like my heart starts pounding. Like what happened is my heart literally just starts pounding in my chest. I start getting shaky and stuff. It's like it is just the most like the anxiety just like like goes up like crazy. And I remember with Gorilla I did this because it was like my first main was
Yeah.
I went out of the house. I just walked out of my house. I was like so sorry. I like looked at it and I was like closed my phone. I was like sitting there. I just walked out of the house, got in my car, and I was just sitting there and I was like, let's go. I was like screaming in my head. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I was so excited too. And you can imagine the same thing happened with Gotcha. I
Yeah.
could the same thing. I just needed that moment. I felt all the energy like blowing up inside me too.
Hmm.
But it's like, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, like people are getting ready for bed and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I better just go out to my car and just release all this energy and just be
Yeah.
like, okay, but it's just a very good feeling. It's like just that ecstatic, like there really isn't a feeling like that too. It's just
Hmm.
like it's like you want to scream it from the mountaintops too. And I was just so especially coming from that place where I was like, me, like, no, no, just to know that it's like, no, we want you, man. Like, come on. When they're telling you, it's like, no, no, this is you. Like, we like what you're doing, like doing this. It's just like the next emotion that comes over me is just like so much like like gratefulness, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you like so much." Like it feels so good to know that people like will take a chance on you too and like that they feel like you deserve that. I'm like, I don't feel like I deserve it, but I'm going to do my best, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to put my best foot forward
Hmm.
because you trusted in me. I'm going to believe in me too. It helps, and it's just really incredible. So with Gotchi too,
Hmm.
the reason it was the same with Gotchi is because when I look up Follo, when I looked up Gorilla God, I had to kind of search a little bit. The only reason I found out he was a main was like through like my anime list or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But when I look up Follow, who I play in Gachi, it's like pages and pages of fan art and
Yep.
manga panels and all this stuff. And the first thing I see, like he's on the cover of like Volume 15, which like had just come out at the time, or the digital, and then I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this is crazy. Like this is the first time I've had like people that are like going to be watching like very close or listening, you know, in this game, like they're
Yeah.
gonna be listening very closely and they have an expectation of that character. And I got to fit into that role, you know. And of
Hmm.
course, like, you know, me saying that makes it sound like, oh, follow, oh, follow. But, you know, of course, I'm a little bit biased and stuff too. Of course, there are other amazing characters who I'm sure, like, I think about like Bryson, Corey, Chris, that must be like 10 times as heavy for them, which it's like, of course, and I think they nail it on the head
Oh
too. They
yeah.
do an amazing job. There's no
Hmm.
question about it too. But I just can only imagine if I'm feeling that way about Follow, like I can only imagine what they must be feeling like. And it's still like, it still, I think, is an amazing feeling too, because it's like, okay, this is a challenge. This is something I'm not used to, but
Hmm.
just like I said, with like somebody trusting in me to do it, so I can do it. You know, I
Yeah.
know I know I can do it, and
Hmm.
so I
Yeah.
mean, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I've been doing an okay job. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
I think
100%.
it's been doing okay.
Oh yeah. And like
All right, that
so.
was a lot of yapping. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
all good, all good. No, that's all good. So what has been kind of your favorite part about voicing for Follow?
Yes, I think my favorite thing about Follow too is that is kind of, which I don't want to get too much into spoilers too,
Hmm.
but are you caught up on the manga or anything like that? Or
I'm like
you read
almost
it?
caught up, not too.
Mhm,
Yeah, I'm like
mhm.
getting there.
No, I understand. Yeah, but I think I'm excited for. Of course, I'm excited for what's coming.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm gonna say about
Yeah.
that. But you know, it's just gonna be something, and I'm laying the groundwork now, the foundation for when we get there.
Hmm.
You're gonna like God, I don't know if I should be saying this. I don't know. If I'm not supposed to be saying, then just cut it out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kind of new to this.
Yeah,
But
all good, all good.
when you go back, my vision, like for the character and my goals, when you go
Hmm.
back and stuff, when you go back to the first few episodes that he's in and stuff, and you see that journey of where he got to,
Hmm.
'cause that's how it was, and that is how it is in the manga. It is
Hmm.
like night and day. Like he is like, oh my gosh, it's like he's a completely different person. But yeah, so I want that to reflect too almost in the voice as well. Like you're gonna
Hmm.
hear. I'm hoping to lay the groundwork too, is just to have that foundation and be like, wow, you're gonna go back to episode one and be like, holy moly, he sounds like totally. He kind of sounds different, but it's like it's part of him. He
Hmm.
becomes, which, oh gosh, okay, I gotta chill out. I don't
Yeah,
want to say
yeah,
too much,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you see how he is
Hmm.
now, and you'll see how he is later. If you know, if we
Oh yeah. One
if
of
we get
my.
there, everything goes good, nothing bad
Oh
happens.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's all sunshine and rainbows with the story. Everyone
Yes,
is so
nothing bad
happy.
ever
Nothing
happens in
bad happens. It's great. Uh,
nothing bad happens with the characters. Nothing.
exactly. Nothing. Nothing. So one of my favorite things that happened recently. So we had just like booked this interview and you and I had just watched whatever episode came out at that time with my partner, and it was, I think, the Sugar Rush episode where he like
Yes,
where Rudo gets very
it gets very loud.
high on sugar, and Frollo is like attached to him,
Oh
trying to
yeah,
make
yeah,
him
yeah, yeah,
stop.
yeah.
And my partner goes, "That's who you're interviewing?" And I went, "Yeah, yeah." I
Oh, that's awesome. I
was
love
like,
that.
"Oh my god, these idiots."
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about the story is it's a very found family type
Yes.
story. And that's, oh, I just, it's so good. It's So good.
I do
Oh,
like that. Everyone
yeah.
kind of fits into their spot and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's yeah, I love that scene too.
Yeah.
Of course, that was where one of the moments I could actually kind of go a little bit crazier with him.
Yeah.
He's training so much to hold him back, and he's like, "I'm trying to hold this." And mind you, he's like a little kid, not a
Oh,
little
yeah.
kid. He's like what? He's like 15 or something,
Yeah.
but Polo's like 19, 20, something
Mhm.
like that, and he's being dragged along by this kid. Essentially, like, what is happening? He's like,
Yeah.
Jesus, strong man, what in the world? And he is just, I just think it's very funny. That's more to his character too, of trying to find his place in the team as well,
Mhm. Yeah.
and being like, look, they told me to stop Rudo, I'm gonna stop him, but oh my god, he's
Yeah.
so strong.
Oh,
And
so good.
yeah, and he's like, thank goodness Engine came along
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah, it's
but
so
yeah.
good. I've been enjoying it immensely. It's so, and like the animation, oh my
Mm,
god. Oh,
it's
because like,
nasty in a
yeah,
good
literally,
way.
yeah. And I read volume one before the first episode came out, and I was like, how are they gonna animate this? Because this art
Yes.
is gorgeous, and like, oh my god, they've done such a stellar job so far.
I think so as well. I think
Hmm.
it was very impressive too, and they really come out of the gate swinging too. With that first episode, just
Yeah.
like from that first few things with the writing and stuff, I was
Hmm.
like, oh man, okay. I kind of just knew off the bat. I was like, okay, we got to buckle up. It's gonna be good,
Yeah.
and it really was too. Oh, another one that stood out to me, of course, for episode one was when
Hmm.
he gets dropped in the pit too.
Oh.
And that just sequence was so freaking cool.
Hmm.
And it was like I had my roommate too. He was watching it with me. He just kind of like he just heard me playing because we were in the office, and he just heard me listening to it. And then all of a sudden he just stands up and he starts standing behind me. He's like, "Watch it. What is this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you like that? Huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha." And of course I couldn't announce that I was in it at the time and stuff, but
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, you want to pay attention to this one." But he said the same thing, and he never watches anime too, but he
Hmm.
said it like he's like, oh, the animation's really cool, I like that. He was able to definitely recognize that, so I always think that's cool. It's like
Hmm.
it's of course anybody that we can get on board. I love
Oh
that,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so good. So you also voiced Louis in Gorilla God.
Yes, I
Um,
do. Tone shift right
yes,
there.
100%. How is it voicing such a goddamn cinnamon roll?
Yes.
I love that. I was like the entire time. I'm like, I love you. I love you.
You're so sweet.
Yeah.
It was very different. It was
Hmm.
definitely very different. Well, I mean, of course, like I said with Gorilla God, it was my first
Yeah.
main, or main love interest of Sophia and stuff.
Hmm.
And so I worked a lot with Miss Caitlin as well, and she gave amazing notes too. Of course, she always does so good, and she was just like, I remember too, her main note for me was, you seen like Cinderella, right? Like Cinderella, you're Prince Charming. I was like, okay. Okay. And and so I just like kind of really channeled that too, like just the he does everything right. He does
Yeah.
everything right. He is the ideal guy, you know what I mean? Like, and he takes care of her, he makes sure that she's okay, she's never going to have to wait on anything. He's going to do everything, and and also let her have her moments too. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Let her show up them Gorilla God powers and
Yeah.
stuff that she does. But yeah, it was just I really had to just get I got very soft too, and just kind of just matter of I love something I love about Louis. He's very matter of fact about it. He just
Yeah.
is like, this is what's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna go buy you a new dress. We're
Yeah.
gonna go out on the town. We're gonna go get some ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm doing that for you because I love you, because I like you.
Yeah.
And it's just so very sweet. It's such a cute show. They're
Hmm.
so great together too. And I'm really really hoping for a season two. So
Yes.
of course, but
Absolutely. Please.
I'm definitely hoping so, because I'm interested to see kind of where it goes from there. I
Hmm.
feel like especially we had such a nice bow tie on it at the end.
Yeah.
They're all together. They're looking for, of course, they were hinting towards season two of becoming
Hmm.
grandmaster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to see it too. I want to see what challenges it brings. Maybe it brings to Sophia and Louis' relationship, and I want to get our squirrel boy back. We want some more squirrel action.
Yeah. Yes.
Squirrel gorilla.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, so I was trying to think. There was something else that was. Oh yeah, another thing too about Louis is like another thing that was pretty funny about him is he's just like his matter of factiveness is a lot of times he kind of seems like he's almost like emotionless sometimes. He's just like sitting there and he's like thank you very much, and he's just like a lot of times in his animation too. When we were talking about the Gotchi
Yeah.
animation for him, it's just like he's got
Literally. Yeah.
a lot of times he has the Lego neutral face. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah.
like two eyes and a smile. And, but we love him too. We love him
Hmm.
for all this stuff. So it's kind
Yeah.
of funny though when we were recording that too. That's like I'm kind of like, what exactly is he feeling right now?
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
So
it was
how?
great.
Yeah, I watched it and it was so like literally so good. I loved it right as soon as like the first scene happened. I'm like, I'm in. Um, so good. So how was it voicing in a romance compared to anything else? Because a lot of romances are more kind of grounded performances, where this is kind of in the middle, where it's like still pretty grounded, but also like it can get goofy, obviously,
Mhm.
because the whole premise is ridiculous. And so
Yeah.
how was
Oh,
that?
yeah.
How was balancing that?
Yeah, so with the romance too, it's definitely a different genre from what I was used to as well.
Hmm.
Before that, I was in a lot of action stuff like Undead Unwanted,
Hmm.
Tsukimichi, um, all that stuff, and a lot of those characters. I come in with the gruffness, you know what I mean? And it's like, especially too with My Hero Academia, Biggs
Yeah.
is like that's all he is. Like, we get those guys back to the states, it'll be no problem,
Yep.
But with the romance, it's like there's pretty much none of that in the character. He doesn't ever have to even raise his voice. I mean, of course he does at the end when he has the battle with Leohart, and that's what's
Yep.
funny is you hear almost immediately that graveliness and the whatever I'm saying.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you see that come out too. But of course, he's facing an opponent that's threatening his love and stuff. So he's going to do whatever he needs to do. And of course, it was awesome to do that. But those moments, those soft moments, it's definitely you have to take more care to it because you have to remember like I had to remember pretty much every word that he says to Sophia. He's like it's like almost like he's reconfessing his feelings for her every time he talks to her, even before they confess, which was pretty early on in the
Hmm.
season, I
Oh
thought.
yeah.
But but it was like he's kind of trying to tell her that before that like hey, I'm interested in you.
Hmm.
He's not really sure how to deal with that too because he's never gotten that feeling back. So he's like trying to stay professional, but he's like every time he speaks to her, he's like I love you, Sophia. I'll do anything for you, and
Every time.
and so he's trying to keep that up, but
Hmm.
especially too with the big confession scenes and all the times where they have their private moments and stuff.
Hmm.
It's a lot of very whispery and just that like he's embarrassed. He's
Yeah.
embarrassed because he's never had anything like that before, and
Hmm.
so he's trying to navigate it. She's trying to navigate it, and I really had to channel that too with the romance, and it's definitely very different. A lot less yelling. If we were to just put LDR on it, less yelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, because romance anime is my favorite genre of anime. It is like, oh my god, my bread and butter. And then I heard about the premise of this, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? Um,
Sorry, he's a squirrel. Sorry, what?
yeah, yeah, excuse me.
There
And
she has
then
insane gorilla powers.
yeah, I'm like, sure, okay, all right, let's try this. And then I was when obviously they get introduced, I'm like, I'm gonna like Isaac the best because he's a dog.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and then
Or Isaac.
and
So.
then Louis, I'm just like, oh, my sweet baby boy. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I I was like, okay, never mind.
Hi, I'm Steve Yurko.
And I'm Tara Sands. Now available from Maji Media is our new podcast, 4Kids Flashback. 4Kids is the company who brought you the English dub of Pokemon in the late 90s and so many other shows like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Shaman King, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kirby, the infamous One Piece dub, and so many more.
We'll be talking to the people who worked at 4Kids. Actors, directors, writers, editors, producers, engineers, you get the point. And hopefully get the answers to questions both you and I have about the company.
I actually worked there as a voice actor on some of the shows.
And I was a kid watching the shows and remember way more than Tara does.
And thank God for that. Steve is actually a professional storyboard artist, which gives some really unique insights into anime and animation. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts. That's the number 4 Kids Flashback.
Hey guys, welcome to the Patreon portion of today's episode. And if you want to join the Patreon, there are a few different tiers, like shoutouts on the episodes, as well as exclusive videos and behind the scenes content and so much more, and even the episode a day early. Thank you to Gio, Keith, Blythe, Bunny, Mikey, Sheba, and Brooke. And if you want to join the Patreon or find out more, the link will be down below. And yeah, back to the episode.
Another funny story about that too is when I met Landon, who plays Eddie, Landon McDonald, who plays Eddie in that show, like the cat boy.
Yep.
It was so funny because I had never met him before that. I'd never even seen him, I think, in the studio or anything. And we were going to like hang out. We were hanging out with a bunch of voice actors. It was me, Rebecca Dene, Ryan Negron, and Eduardo too. I think that's everybody. I hope I'm not forgetting it. But, it's gonna be embarrassing. Of course, Rochelle was too. But yeah. But then Landon comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, Landon, I'm Aiden." And he spoke, and then like the second he spoke, I'm like, "I'm hanging out with Eddie." It's like I'm hanging out with Eddie. Like it just instantly, like I knew that he was Eddie. Yeah. But hearing him talk in person was so cool. I was like, "Oh, that's Eddie Fellis I'm hanging out with too." And I think I told him that in person too. I was like, "It's cool." And I just think that that's pretty funny too. When you're in the booth, like you don't they're not there. You just hear them over the thing. That's the only thing I did. So it's funny that I was like, kind of fanboying over my own casting. It's pretty funny. I'm like, "Oh, you're Eddie Fellis." He's like, "I know." Yeah, and you're Louis Scarrow. So, he's like, "Oh."
I love it. That's so funny.
That is a funny story. I like to tell. It's
oh my god. Yeah. So I think it was one of the first episodes. It was either episode 1 or episode 2. And it's like a little chibi version of Eddie, Isaac, and Sophie. And Eddie has the glasses on. And I took a photo and sent it to my partner, and I was like, "Guess which one Landon is?" Because it's an archetype that he has.
Apparently so. Yeah, but yeah, he does an amazing job too.
Oh yeah,
Aiden Kaiju as well.
Oh yeah, love that boy. So you also pop into My Hero Academia as Biggs.
Yes.
How was it popping into that in such a massive franchise?
That was pretty crazy too. I will say that was actually my second named role ever. Was My Hero, and I was like Biggs in My Hero too, which he's in like 1 or 2 episodes. Yeah. But to me, like getting that email too, I was like, My Hero, and I had watched My Hero a little bit, like maybe 1 or 2 seasons. Definitely like season 1. I got through season 1, but with my cousin Jonah, and he loves the show too. He liked it, and he was watching it, and I remember this was kind of like before I got into it. So I guess too, I was kind of already on the way to getting into it, because I was watching that with him. I was watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as well with a friend of mine, Noah, and my friend Michael and stuff. But when I was watching with Jonah, I'm like, man, this Deku guy's annoying. Like crying. He's crying
Oh.
all the time, every episode. He's like, no,
No.
dude, he gets better. He gets better. You just have to stick with it. I'm like, okay, okay.
Oh.
Which he gets pretty badass. Deku does, but then so I just knew like too from that moment when I was watching with my cousin too that he really liked it and stuff. And so when I got the email, of course I couldn't say anything until the episode came out. But when the episode came out, I was like, "Hey Jonah, like you like My Hero? Guess who's in it now?" And he was like, "No way." He's like, "You're lying. You're lying." I'm like, "No, I'm in it." That
Yep.
blew his mind too, and it blew my mind. I was like, "My Hero, like what?" It's literally the same thing. Like honestly, anytime I get a role, I'm like, I want to, I want to do best, but you guys are sure, you sure you want me? Yeah. But maybe that's just something I just have to get over. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just trying to do my best out here. But yeah. So with My Hero, I was like, oh man, this is awesome. And I did the search. I didn't see anything, but going in there, that was actually with Mike, which
Yeah.
praying for speedy recovery with him and everything. And it's just very unfortunate everything that's been happening. I just can't believe it. But that was my first time meeting Mike as well. So of course that was a big moment for me. And it just it was. I remember too him being, because I was kind of new to it. I was like, I like the way Mike directs. Like I think I like it. He just tells me exactly what he needs, and he's like, you just do like this. I'm like, okay, yes sir. And I told him too. I was like, I love your directing. Like, thank you very much. And until next time.
Yeah.
But so that was that's of course his situation hitting very hard for everyone as well. But yeah, which donate to the donate and everything. I want to put that out there as well too, of course. And we're gonna just be hoping. But yeah, sorry, I just kind of
No.
got off the thing there. Of course, it's very important. But yeah, so with My Hero too, Biggs, I would say, is kind of like the biggest change in my voice that I've had for a character, as far as just he's like this real buff, like military guy, like he's an American, in the show, like, he's an American. Oh, he's an American guy. And he's like, oh, but so he's all serious and all talk and big, very macho man, and he sticks out with those cool ears and stuff. He's like a Batman.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is. Never said, but his pilot skills are pretty awesome. But that too was just a very cool. It was just amazing to just be a part of the show and say that I got in that too. And what's funny is that my first signing that I did a couple months ago, or however long ago it was, I was like, should I get like Biggs merch? I'm like, I don't think anyone's gonna even know who he is. Of course he's on the banner and stuff. And I can't tell you how many times they were like, "You're in My Hero. Who'd you play?" I was like, "Oh, I was one of the American pilots, Biggs." "Oh, I remember him." I was like, "What?" It just blew my mind that just people just remembered. I guess like my thing too is he's the one of the most like visually different pilots of that group. You know what I mean? Because he has the ears. He looks so different. So they were like, "Yeah, I remember him. That was you. That's awesome. Do you have anything of him?" Like, no.
You're like, damn it.
I'm like, honestly, I had no idea. I didn't think so. He was like, oh, but I do now. So, I do now. But it's pretty fun. But of course, My Hero is such a big show. Everybody in there is great. Is great, and the fans love it and stuff. So, I'm extremely honored to be a part of that show too. It's just very awesome.
Yeah.
I've been loving Vigilantes too.
Oh yeah, it's My Hero's my favorite show of all time.
Yeah.
So like, I'm
sorry if I offended you. I talked about Deku.
It's fine. It's fine. He's just on my.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's fine.
You were like, oh, he doesn't know who he's talking to.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
oh yeah. You're like, oh, those are fight words, Aiden. Oh man.
Oh my god. Man. So how did you originally get into acting in general?
Yeah, that's a great question too. I got into acting. My acting thing has been like pretty long. I've been doing it. I started in well, really, like I've loved kind of like filmmaking and stuff for a long time since I was a little kid. I remember my next door neighbor Ethan, he had like a flip video camera.
Oh God, yeah.
We would, yeah, it was like old. It's just
Mhm.
like a little
Oh yeah.
handheld camcorder and stuff, or little things. And he would come over to my house, and we would like make all these cool videos and stuff. And I remember we like would tape it to our Nerf guns and stuff to get that like first person,
Yep.
like the video game, like Call of Duty and stuff.
Mhm.
That's what we were trying to do. And I was like, man, I want my own, and I got one for Christmas and stuff. And that's kind of really where it started, because once I had my own, I was just filming like everything, and I would just film family stuff, friends coming to hang out and everything. And that kind of carried with me just kind of as a little hobby and stuff until high school. I got into theater and stuff because I was thinking like, oh, I would like to do acting, and because I acted in all the videos as a little kid,
Yeah.
and doing all that silly stuff. And so I was in it for maybe like 2 years in high school, and then I kind of moved to like AV, because I was thinking more like even if I don't do the acting, if I know how to make my own film, I can
Mhm.
just like act in my own films if I know how to do it and get familiar with the camera equipment, editing
Yeah.
software and stuff. And that really that class, I was like, it's taught me pretty much everything I know. It was an amazing class to with my wonderful teacher, Mr. Jackson, too. He's probably going to be watching this too. So shout him out. Thank you. Oh, he doesn't like me to call him Mr. Jackson anymore. He's like, you're not my student anymore. Call me. Am I okay?
Love
Okay,
it.
sorry. But yeah, so he was really kind of inspired me too to do great stuff. But for that class, it was a lot more towards news production. So it
Okay,
was
yeah.
more like I was lead anchor for a couple seasons of our district wide broadcast and stuff, and we
Mhm.
just told the school news and everything, and it was legit as far as school newses go. We had a crazy studio, and all this cool stuff, and so being lead anchor on that, really just gave me a chance more to like, just kind of be in front of the camera and stuff. But I met some amazing people in there, like my good friend Jacob Vu and stuff, and we've done films together. We literally still work together to this day. And so I just loved doing film, and he loved to be behind the camera more than I did. So he was like, "Hey, I got a video idea. Do you want to star in it?" I'm like, "Yes, dude." And that's kind of been our dynamic for a while too. He's an
Mhm.
amazing guy. But yeah, so then that just kind of spiraled into when I went to college too. I've had a couple short films under my belt and stuff. I went to UNT, Go Mean Green, and and I joined up at first with the news thing, because I was like, well, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing news,
Mhm.
but I started to I noticed that the news station on campus had an entertainment side as well. So I joined up with them, and that
Mhm.
was all just film, like student film. And like it was broadcasted on their television network, but it was all students. It was student
Okay.
run everything, student
Wow.
directors, student, like the only thing that was at the top was like the executive producer of the network,
Mhm.
Miss Slocum and stuff. So which is awesome. But so that was really where I kind of got into it too. And I remember showing my I showed like I was at home one day, and my mom had a friend over, and I'm gonna shout her out too, Miss Shannon. She's gonna love that. But she told me too. She was the first person that told me. She was like, she was watching me, and she's like, "Do you watch anime?" I was like, "Not really, no. Like a little bit, but not really. You would be an awesome dub actor." She's like, "I can just tell." I'm like, "I can just
Wow.
see it." I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't really watch it
Oh
like
no.
that. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. She's like, just look some things up. Just start looking some things up. And so
Mhm.
I did. And of course, I didn't go straight to Crunchyroll, but that's kind of what started really my delving into voice acting. I kind of just started doing audiobooks. That was like
Mhm.
my whole thing for a while, because we had a deal with my class. I guess this actually was in high school, not in college, but we had a deal in our class where if you made audiobooks, you could like sign them off for points, which would give you like a good grade.
Holy.
Like we had a list of projects.
Yeah,
Audiobooks
yeah,
were
yeah.
one. I was like, well, I can knock out two birds with one stone for this one. So I kind of did that for a while, and then then eventually, after doing it for a little bit, I auditioned for Crunchyroll, And then I'm in, now I'm in. And then to my surprise, I didn't hear back for like a long time, maybe like 6 months or something. And then I finally heard something, and I was like, okay, wow. So just for the record, Miss Shannon, Shannon Hernandez, I believe, said she was the one that got me into it, really. So that's pretty incredible. But that's kind of how I do it. And I still do a little bit of film acting as well, still. But of course, once this thing started really taking off recently, I was just like, okay, we gotta. It's working. Let's keep doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's keep doing it, and I'm loving it too. It's like you don't like there's something to be said too about just really loving a job so much, and just it's something that you really feel passionate about. I've never gone into the studio being like, well, let's get this over with, you know what I mean? Like, I've always gone in there like, yes, I'm ready to put my best foot forward and do this and just have a good time and enjoy you're only in there sometimes for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I want to enjoy my 15 minutes. So, and I do. I think it's very awesome. So it's just been, when I look back on it too, I'm so extremely grateful for all the people in my life, and all the people who helped really make this dream come true. I couldn't have done it without them, and that's why I stress to people who ask me, "How'd you get into voice acting?" I'm like, just have an amazing support system too. That's one of the greatest foundations you can have, is having an amazing support system, a great group of people, and I know sometimes too, like of course, like I'm fortunate enough to have an amazing family too that supports me every step of the way. Some people don't have that, but I want to encourage those people to not be discouraged by that. You can still build an amazing foundation through and support system through friends, through even coworkers, like anything. There are like anybody
Yeah.
if they believe in you and you guys vibe together and stuff. And oh my goodness. Okay, what's happening here? Hold on. Let me do something real quick.
All
Okay,
good.
perfect. But, sorry to stop my tangent there, but yeah.
You're good.
Um, but yeah. So it can be anybody. If you guys vibe together, if you mix well together, they're a great friend for you. You got to hold on to them, and you guys will do some great things together too. You build each other up. It's literally like the adage I always say is like iron sharpens iron. Like, you guys help each other out, and that support system that they put for you becomes you become a support system for them, and you guys help each other out, and you just climb to the top too. And that's what I always try to do when with like people who approach me and stuff, and my friends and stuff. I'm always trying to push them. It's like, let's be the best we can be, because I want to do that. And I think Deku would agree with me.
Yeah.
That's kind of a lot of like what he embodies too.
Yeah.
Is like, he wants to be the best he can be. So I love that.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah. That's all you can ask for, really, for for it being your job, and you going in there every time you go in there, you're just like, let's do this, and you don't get sick of it. You're not like, ugh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you can really hope for.
Yeah. One of the biggest things I always think about too is, like, I remember my dad telling me that, like, like when you do something for long enough, it can become a whip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here we go again. Sometimes that happens. Of course, there's like, I remember this from English class too. They call it like the new coat theory or something like that. New coat theory.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a real thing or something he said, but I remember it from him telling me that, where it's like people they just get bored of stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, they want a new coat. You know what I mean? It's like, this coat's great. There's nothing wrong with it. And, it hasn't there's no holes in ribs. I just want a new one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to have something where it's like with Crunchyroll, where it's like, I haven't felt that. I don't want to ever feel that. I don't think I will ever feel that. I mean, hopefully, but I don't think so, because it's just every time I go in there, it's just amazing. All the people are amazing. Everybody's so nice, and they're very welcoming, and I don't feel any ill will from anybody or have any ill will towards anyone. It's just it's as good as it can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for, right? So, like,
Yeah, I think so.
I feel the same way about this. I've been doing this for over 100 episodes now, and it's like,
And let me just say, Adam, you're doing an amazing job too.
Oh,
And
thank you.
this is another thing I wanted to say too. Was your thing was the first thing that I saw, like the first like podcast
Hmm.
that I watched and saw, was like very aware of when I started doing this whole thing too. So I
Oh.
was literally like, I want to be on your show. Like I was
Oh,
like, I
well,
wanted to be on your show because it's the first things, of course, are
yeah,
very sentimental. So like
yeah.
this first, I was like, I want to be on your show, and I was like, I was like, when is he gonna reach out to me? Hopefully soon. And I was like, maybe I'm not big enough.
Oh my God. No,
That
no,
was
no,
one of my,
no. Yeah, yeah.
that's one of my like my tears.
Oh my
Get
God.
invited to the show by Adam to the Do You Watch Anime podcast. And now
Oh
I'm
my,
here, so we're gonna
yeah.
celebrate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna party. No, but
Oh my God.
seriously, I know I'm
Yeah.
making a joke, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
being serious. You were like one of the first people I saw too, and so I'm very honored to have that you have me on the show, and it's been an awesome time speaking with you. I don't
Hmm.
know how much time we have left. Honestly, if you let me yap, I'll yap all night. But which
Yeah.
it's a good thing I'm a voice actor, right? Because I like to
Oh
talk.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah. That's always the funniest thing is when people are like, I'm sorry for talking so long. I was like, it's a podcast. This is a whole thing. You talk.
it's like, what else are you on here for?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I'm sorry I talked so long. I was like, I'm fine. I'm vibing. I don't care.
Your,
Um,
your, your thought is like, hey, you're giving me good content. Let me do
exactly, exactly.
it.
Oh my God.
But I'm having
Um,
a great conversation too
yeah,
with you,
yeah.
and
Well,
I
yeah,
really
that,
love the time too. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. You just tell me when to stop talking.
yeah. No, no, no. That means a lot. That means quite a lot. Thank you, thank you. So,
Sorry I wasn't subscribed to you sooner too. I didn't even know. I thought
no
because I was
worries.
like, I think I was following you on Instagram
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
But I had watched some episodes, but I
Hmm.
guess when I watched the first few, I didn't subscribe. And then I was like, when I saw that post, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna subscribe. What in the world? Why I gotta do that?
Oh my God.
But yes, I'm a proud
Yeah,
subscriber of the Do You
yeah.
Watch Anime.
Love it. So, what has been kind of the hardest lesson you've learned since starting voice acting?
Hmm. That is a good question. I have to think about that. The hardest lesson. I don't honestly. I don't know. I don't know. Like the hardest lesson that I've learned. I guess. Okay. Actually, yes, I do have a good thing.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just had to take a moment to
No,
think about
no,
it.
all
But
good.
one of the hardest lessons for me is a lot of these times, like something that I like to do. I'll give this tip out whenever I feel like I have like a voice or something. I like to record it on Snapchat or like record it on my phone and just save it to this folder of like all these voices I have. Just random stuff. It could be I just have this catalog of like random voices that I can do. I just don't want to forget how to do it in that
Yeah, yeah.
moment. 'Cause I just do something stupid. I'm like just making a stupid joke and
Mhm.
I do a voice. I'm like, oh, that could be somebody in the future. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when I do these like videos and stuff, something that I don't know why I do this, maybe other people do this too, but I will just play it over and over and over and over. Sometimes I'll record the video before I get in my car, and then the whole drive is just playing. It's just playing.
Mhm.
And I'm like listening. I'm like, I could have done this a little bit better. I could have done this a little bit better. I'm like over analyzing like
Interesting. Yeah.
my everything that I say in there, or I should have accentuated my point with this, or
Mhm.
I should have done this, or I should have added this little bit in that would have really hit the mark. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And when you go into the studio at Crunchyroll, it's like, of course, we're creating stuff as well, but there's a side of it that is a business as
Yeah.
well. And so they have deadlines and stuff, and they need to get it done. And I can't be that person that I am in the car where I'm like, well, I think I could tweak
Yeah.
this like a 14th of a little bit, and I want to hear it over and over, especially when it's like just like, dude, you're playing Man 2A. Like, chill,
Yeah.
chill. Nobody's like looking at it that closely. Nobody's listening to it that closely. I got to tell myself that and realize that it's like okay, like you're like your voice is your voice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's not too you I mean you can make adjustments and stuff to it, and of course and everything, but it's like I don't want to get hyper like I can't. The challenge for me is getting hyper fixated, especially when I watch the episode back and I'm like, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have said this. I should have said it this way. I should have said it this way. But it's like, that's what the director's for, man. Like
Yeah.
that's what the director's for. The director's got you. I would say that's been a big thing for me,
Mm-hmm.
at least with Crunchyroll. And that's something I had to fix, because doing the other stuff like the audio books and stuff on Fiverr and stuff, it's like you can tweak it as much as you want before you send it off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In the studio, you can't do that. It's up to the engineer and the director and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the director has you, but just learning to trust the director too, and not overthink it and stuff, and just be
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you guys have been doing this for a lot longer. So I'm like, I totally trust you. And I know that, it's not, if they think it sounds bad, then they're going to say something. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
would say that'd be a little challenge I had to focus on
Mm-hmm.
overcoming. Maybe still do a little bit.
Yeah. And so if you could go back and have a conversation with yourself before you started this whole journey, what would you say to yourself?
I would say, I think the thing I would say I have like a joking response.
No,
Here's
go ahead.
my joking response, and I really should not put this to light, because if I like get if I get like really big, I'm gonna get clowned on this to the day I die. But I would say, when you go in for that Tsukimichi episode with the two lizards, okay, just go all out, okay, just go all out on it, because I held back saying that. I'm not gonna say the line, but if someone wants to look it up, they're gonna find the line. It is probably my worst line I've ever delivered, I think. And it's like, so it's low key embarrassing. I'm not gonna say what it is,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it's not anything about what is being said. It's
Mhm.
just how I said it. I was like, I watched the video and I was like, oh my God, I'm like, I hope nobody ever finds. So hope, but
Yeah.
that's the joking comment. Is, like, just go all out and don't be afraid, because that was my first named role, and I
Mm,
was like, I didn't really know how far to take it. I was in their booth, their quiet booth and stuff, and I was like, I was being too quiet. You know what I
right.
mean? With the
Yeah.
action thing, you gotta go big and stuff, and I was being too quiet. That was I guess another challenge. But
Mhm.
my real comment, that's my joking one. My real
Yeah.
comment to my younger self that's getting started with this is just to say, like, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, you do you, man. The if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't,
Mhm.
and it's going to be okay. Like, don't overthink it. I think that's a big thing that I struggle with. And a lot of people that I know struggle with that too, is just overthinking it, and just thinking, like, trying to maybe overcorrect something that doesn't really need to be changed. And just being like, no, it's okay. Like, just take a step back, take a deep breath, look
Mhm.
at kind of like the big picture of this whole thing, and it's going to be okay. Like, you just keep doing what you're doing, keep on rolling, and things are going to happen. It's gonna work out.
Mhm.
So I would say that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. Love that.
Oh, thank
So before we go, we have one more question. If not if, geez. Out of all the characters you voice, who do you relate to the most, and why?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who do I relate to the most? I mean, honestly, that's a great question. I would say probably. I think it might be Follo. I think
Okay.
so. I think it might be Follo,
Mhm.
just because he's got some. Follo is who he is. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, you see it in his thing. I know me saying that is gonna be like, "Oh, you know, I don't know." I relate to him too. I
Yeah.
think the way I relate to him too is his desire to be better, like, his
Yeah.
wanting to be better and just find some way that he can improve, and be like, yeah, because Follow wants to be a giver. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? That's what he wants. He has his hammer. He has his vital instrument, or his cherished object that he hopes to turn into a vital instrument. He wants to be just like Engine. He wants to be like Zonka, and like, I find it very interesting too in Gachi that with Zonka, he has his own things, but to an outsider like Follo, Zonka's like the guy to be. You know what I
Yep.
mean? He's like, I want to be like him. He fights with a stick. That's so cool. He'll kick anyone's butt with a stick. It's cool. But you know, he doesn't see what Zonka's really going through. You know what I mean? And in that similar fashion, it's like I kind of feel that way, to where, like, kind of what I said earlier, where it's like where I think of the pressure for me to give a good performance for Follow and stuff, because people love him, people cherish him, and he's a beloved character. And that being 10 times for me me realizing it's probably, you know, 10 times the pressure for them. And it's like, but you know, they're doing it, and I love that, and I want to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to just be like, I could do it too. I could do it. And so Follows very much like that. So I think that's another reason I think that, you know, Follow is just, he's definitely one of my favorites too. And I think that he's gonna sound real good. He's gonna sound real good.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love it. So thank you so much for being on.
Yes, thank you for having me too. I said a lot of stuff. We'll see.
It's all good. It's all
Someone's
good.
gonna find that clip.
Yeah.
That clip from
And send it to me right now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Where can the lovely people find you online?
Yes, the great question. So on Instagram, I am at Sidon.al. It's literally just my name, but my initials flipped. I thought that was a thing that people did on Instagram. I thought that was a normal thing. And I told my buddy Jacob, and he was like, no, that's an Aiden thing to do. I went, okay. Okay. But yeah, so on Instagram, I'm Sidon.al, Ciden.aall. And on X or Twitter, it's the same exact thing, just with an underscore instead of a dot. So Sidon_al. So those are the two places I'm most active on. I'm mainly active on Instagram. X, I get on there every now and again, but yeah. So those where to find me, and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you for having me too. It's been a true pleasure.
Of course, of course.
One of my dreams have finally come true.
Oh my God. Well, thank you again. Those links will be down below. You can follow me at Corky Cosplays on Instagram, Adam Corky everywhere else. Subscribe to the Patreon. You get exclusive videos, as well as behind the scenes and episodes a day early. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.